BG 12-ton clicker press. What we're going to show you is some of the basic pointers about it, how to use it, how to set it, and then we're going to get into some demonstrations and show you how to click some parts out. So to start, we ship this on a skid. It comes with the head portion underneath the legs. This base actually comes out, so you can choose if you want to keep that in or not. So it will take at least 3 people to get this head up on top, so just plan on that. So the press itself, so starting from the top, we've designed this with removable arms. So this will come unattached. There are set screws to keep that locked in. We have 2 arms. This is our short arm. And so the reason we did this was some people have short ceilings, and therefore you need an arm that's going to fit. So this is a 36-inch arm from finger to finger here. We have a longer arm. So shorter arm gets you 8 tons of pressure. Longer arm, which goes up to 52 inches, is going to deliver the 12 tons of pressure. So it comes out, this sits in, set screw it, and that's it. Leveling head. So this is going to allow you to go all the way down and up, down to, with this base plate, which is 3/4 inch, you can have a 1/2 inch gap up to about 2 1/8 inch gap. Swivel head, rotates both ways. We've designed the clicker bed with 2 set pins. So as you can see here, the board and 2 set pins here. You can remove them, they're threaded, but this is going to keep it locked in. And then you can switch the sides as you like. These are down inside, and so you're not going to come into contact with those with a clicker head. Clicker head itself, this is 12 inches, 16 inches by 12, and then the bed is 12 inches by 23 inches. Oiling, greasing ports here on the side, 1, 2, and then here on the head or on the front portion, 2 ports as well. Keep it greased up, keep the life of it longer. All right, that's the basic setup and the features of the press. So now we're going to bring in our leather expert, my brother Ted.
So we use this 12-ton clicker press for 4 main applications. The first being fully clicking out pieces of leather, whether it's a coaster or a tote bag. Then we use it for tip end clicking. So that'll be for your belt or dog collar. We do the tip end and then the buckle end. Then we also use it for embossing with magnesium, brass, or acrylic stamps. And then lastly, what we just started doing was setting wet mold trays, which is a huge help, and it makes the process so much quicker.
Cool. Coasters. Start there.
Let's do it. All right.
Square.
Square. Perfect. So what we're going to do is start by clicking out a square coaster with an 1.25 inch clicker die. So what we're going to do first is we're going to set the table to the height of the die without any leather in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the clicker die to the center of the table, swing the head over. And what I want to do is have the clicker die click just into the cutting surface. So I'm going to bring it down, click in, bring it up. I didn't really feel anything, and I can remove the die, and there's no impression on the cutting board. So that means I need to lower the head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it a full rotation down. I'm going to try it down this time, and I'll look in.
And you can feel that.
And I can feel it go into the table. So you can keep fine tuning this. And the way how you know it's set perfect is when you click through, if there's no fraying on the side of the leather when you click. So I'm going to bring this down, bring it back up. See right here, nice and clean, no fraying edges, which is perfect.
All right, let's move on to double clicking. So get a bigger die. So a lot of people will create a tabletop that goes flush to the bed so that if you're working with a big side of leather, you can move it in and you got a lot of workspace.
Yep. All right, so sometimes your dies are bigger than the surface or the cutting board. So all we're gonna do here,
and this is pre-cut.
Yep. So we're gonna bring this in. So you move it over, click the majority of the die on the first click, and then you're just gonna spin or rotate, do whatever you need to do so that you can click the balance of the die on the second time.
Yeah. So there are other materials that you can click with the clicker. You can click leather, rubber, PVC, vinyl, canvas. So we have, to show you here, this is a piece of Biothane, so a webbing interior. So we click this with a big belt die, also a double click. As you can see here, cuts the holes and the tip ends for us. So variety of materials. You want to talk about embossing quickly?
Yep. So embossing is different from clicking because you'll set the clicker press to the material height. So all you do is you just change your settings, bring it over, deboss it to your preference, and then you're in business. You can use magnesium, brass, or acrylic.
All right, so finally we'll talk about wet molds
Yep.
and how we set them. So Ted, in his production department, they run 100, 200 of these a day, and this is the machine that allows them to do it.
Yep, so as you know, setting wet molds is very difficult. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna use this pressure from this machine to help set the inner mold on your wet mold. Sometimes, depending on the height, you just have to remove this table to give you more space in between so that your die and everything fits in there, or your wet mold.
All right, so those are the few features we wanted to show you today and some of the uses. That is our BG 12-ton clicker press. If you have any questions, let us know.